call the meeting to order. Invocation by Ms. Cook and the pledge by Mr. Boudreaux.
Keep before us the wisdom and love you have revealed in your Son. Help us to be like him in word and deed. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we want to welcome you to the City Parish Council meeting. We, as your representatives of the Lafayette Consolidated Government, welcome your involvement and encourage your participation. This meeting is a public hearing. If you wish to address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out a blue request to address the council form, noting the agenda item number. The blue form is available to you in the foyer, and you should submit it to the council clerk, Ms. Veronica Williams, seated to my left in the middle, prior to the call of the agenda item. It is important to fill in the blue form completely and note the specific agenda item number about which you wish to speak. If the card is not completely filled out or is not legible to the clerk, you will not be given an opportunity to speak. If you have materials you wish to submit to the council, please give those to Ms. Williams along with your blue form. In an effort to allow everyone an opportunity to be heard, the 5-minute rule will be in effect. Speakers shall refrain from debating, personal attacks, and from making confrontational or derogatory comments. I'm requesting that the first row to my left be used for media only. Lastly, food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and all phones and electronic devices shall be silenced from this point forward. I am also requesting that anyone who approaches the council state their name and title for the official record. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. Documents including agendas, ordinances, resolutions, and minutes related to this meeting are posted online or refer to the web address on the top of the agenda. The council encourages your involvement and participation by volunteering for boards and commissions. If you're interested in finding out which board suits your interests, call 291-8800 or pick up a pamphlet at the door. Chair announcements. Item number 12, Ordinance 0-055-2016, amending the UDC, has a proposed amendment to add additional language clarification to sections 2F and 2T and adding sections 2V and 2W, which clarify code sections 89-98F and 89-100G. Another announcement, I would like to wish Terry Huval, LUS Director, a happy birthday, which he celebrates on March 24th. Happy birthday, Terry. And we know you're not 24. And we're now going to move to council announcements. Mr. Boudreaux.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, members, and those in attendance. Just wanted to make you aware, I got a call from a couple of constituents. They are in receipt of an invitation to dinner at Don's Seafood, and it's related to utility services and how to reduce your utility bill and utility consumption. And there was some concern that this was something that LCG and LUS was a part of. And I just wanted to announce that it is not. It is tagged with accredited business by the Better Business Bureau, and it's a private, independent, go if you so choose on your own type event. They're offering you dinner, but again, to the public listening, to those here in attendance, this is not a Lafayette Utility System program. This is not a Lafayette Consolidated Government program, and it's nothing that we sanction or oversee. Just wanted to make the public aware that for those who are calling, and we'll make sure that our office could give that information out as well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Comp?
Mr. Chair, you mentioned that it was Mr. Huval's birthday. Happy birthday to Terry. And it's most appropriate that you are here for your birthday, since last Saturday, Terry Huval was inducted as the newest member of the Acadian Museum of Living Legends. Congratulations, Terry.
Congratulations. Is it Mr. Comp?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, moving right along. We're going to go ahead and move into the Executive Mayor President's long report. I recognize Mr. Robideau.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm making up for all those other ones that I didn't have anything. There are a couple quick announcements. I promise it won't be long. One, we have, as it related to the moratorium on bars downtown, one of the things that we had talked about was the conditional use permit and having the meetings for the public to weigh in. We do have a schedule of those meetings. Tuesday, March 29th at 7 a.m. at Rosa Parks. Tuesday, March 29th, also at 6 p.m. at Rosa Parks. Friday, April 1st at 9 a.m. Rosa Parks. Friday, April 1st, noon at the main library, and Thursday, April 7th at 6 p.m. at Rosa Parks. So those meetings are scheduled, and we certainly encourage the public to attend and give us their input on the conditional use permits.
Can you send that to the council office so we can?
Yep, we'll make sure and get that sent over to you guys. Also, just wanted to mention that we did have the debris drop-off this past weekend at 5 different Lafayette parks where the citizens could drop off different debris, metal, carpet, padding, wood, and those types of things. We collected 150 tons of debris and over 200 tires collected. So it was really a great success, and my thanks go out to the public for participating at that level, because it really does make a difference. Today we had the cleanest city judges in town making the tour of our city. Last year we won the state award, so pressure's on us for this year. So when we leave the council meeting, if you see anything on your drives home, stop and pick it up, just in case they hadn't made it by there yet. Our Chief of Police, Reggie Thomas, had a meeting for the Community Relations Committee meeting, which the purpose of that is to bridge the gap between the community and the police department. It was a great success, and we encourage the community, obviously, to get involved in that. And the next meeting is April 11th at 6 p.m. at the Comstat Room on the 3rd floor of Lafayette Police Department. Also, we have one of our local talented individuals, Mackenzie Borg, is now in the top 5 of American Idol. The show is Thursday night to determine who the top 4 will be. The top 4 get invited back to their hometowns with the American Idol crew filming the whole episode, and it'll be a national audience for Lafayette. So I certainly encourage all the councilmen and all the audience and anybody that happens to be listening to vote. One of my younger staff members gave me a cheat sheet on all the ways to vote, but a lot of these things I've never heard of. But there's apps, there's Google voting, there's American Idol website, you can text it. I just encourage y'all to talk to your kids, for all the adults watching out there. And, well, you are a kid, Liz, but to find out how to vote and to let's make sure and vote, because it'll be a great opportunity for Lafayette to make it on the national TV show, and be a great opportunity for us to present ourselves. I think are we doing as part of my executive report, are we doing the Today Show? There's a little 45-second clip. Are we doing that, Jeremy? Is that, I don't know, is somebody pressing the button on the computer to play it? This was Saturday morning on the Today Show, the national news show. They ran a special that I wasn't even aware that was going to be airing, but it was a good piece, and so we decided we wanted to show it to you guys, for those that happen not to see it. Thanks, Jeremy.
A new report out this week, the U.S. is the 13th happiest country in the world. So, where exactly are the happiest people in America? NBC's Kevin Tibbles found out.
Spring approaches. The heat will soon swoop down on Lafayette, Louisiana. But inside the Feed and Seed dance hall, it's already steamy. Terry and the Zydeco Bad Boys have got everyone up and smiling.
Music to me is my therapy. When I get on stage, I forget about all my troubles, free my soul.
And it must be contagious. A recent Harvard University of British Columbia poll named Lafayette the happiest city in America, and not simply because they let the good times roll.
I've edited 8 feature films.
Misty Talley is a 31-year-old homegrown filmmaker.
Lafayette as a city is like an incubator for new business. The community is really welcoming. Everybody's willing to help everybody else out.
The city's solid economic footing has a lot to do with optimistic outlooks here. Lafayette diversified away from the booms and busts of a petroleum-based economy. Today, the whole city is fiber cable. Some call it the Silicon Bayou. Its young people are staying.
Food, family, and friends, and just having a good time.
That's the Cajun recipe for happiness. Chef Justin Gerard moved back home to serve food rich in both flavor and tradition.
I feel like America is great. I've never felt uncomfortable pursuing my dream. And I think that's how every American should feel.
How about the presidential election?
Here it's kind of rude to openly discuss politics.
My goodness, what a concept. In America's happiest city, perspective.
We just let the good times roll.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Ça c'est bon.
Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Lafayette.
I guess we should put that on our list.
Thank you, Jeremy. And the last thing is, are the rain barrel contest winners in the audience? Do we have them here? All right, I'd like to announce those winners if we could get them to come up and take a picture. We had the second runner-up was L.J. Alamo. This Wet and Wild was the theme, Ms. Bado's visual arts students. Runner-up was St. Pius, Rainy Days of Art History, which was Ms. Falgout's 7th grade art class. In first place was Karen Crow Middle, the pride of Karen Crow's 6th, 7th, and 8th Biomedical Academy. Are they here? Alamonte, y'all come up. And then the Mayor's Choice Award went to Ascension Episcopal School Pelican, which is Ms. Zeke's 6th grade art class, and all 4 of those rain barrels are out in the foyer here, so you'll notice them on your way. If you didn't notice them on your way in, you'll notice them on your way out. Here, let me come up and take a picture.
Karen Cromito.
Which way you want to? Okay, we'll stand. Look, let's stand right here and we'll take a picture.
If y'all want to take pictures, y'all can come up in the front. Once y'all come in the front and take the pictures. The ladies on the side.
All right, let's see. Oh, you have, which ones do you have?
They listen like council members. Oh, sorry, Lisa.
St. Pius. And then Ascension here.
Joe, they done took over our house.
Man.
Can we photobomb? Better lighting this one.
Take a video on that. Congratulations. That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Really?
Well, as far as I can tell, the cleanest, do we have the,
Yeah, the anti-litter poster?
the cleanest city committee is the anti-litter. Who's doing that for us? There you go. There you are. I didn't see you hiding on the front row there.
Oh, yeah, I was right. Oh, boy. No, that's all right. I am Diana Nolan. I'm president-elect of Lafayette Garden Club and chairman of the Cleanest City Committee of that organization. And I'm one of the happiest people in the country because look at all of these posters. We had 108 children, students, who participated in our anti-litter contest. This is a lead-up to the Cleanest City contest. for which we were judged today. Everybody hold your breath. I don't know whether we made it or not. I hope we did. I'm going to read the names of the winners. If you'll come up, have your picture taken, and immediately go out in the lobby. Mr. Charlie Wyatt of Bayou Vermilion his Preservation Society will give you the monetary award for which y'all have all worked. We're going to start with the high school, if I can find my papers. And the winners are Anna Bostic and Avery Thomas. Anna was first place. Avery was second place.
Anna?
Oh, and there was somebody else. Oh, well, go with them. Go to your posters and get your picture taken real quick. These kids know how bad litter is, and it's gone from their brains to their hearts to their hands to us, and this is what we got for it. It is just wonderful. Spread the word. Got him? Congratulations. Go out in the hall and wait. Middle school, first place, Anna Claire Zarang. Madeline Anderson is second place, and Jalen Campbell. Riley Achulano. I didn't get it right, did I? Say it out loud. Anguiano. Y'all trying to say that fast 3 times. And Hannah Robichaud. They all worked on a poster. I don't know how you're going to figure out who's who. Say your name.
I'm their art teacher.
No, I'm reading the list.
Hannah was in front. And that's right.
Wait, you went.
We only have 3.
There you go. Jalen and Riley are the last ones.
That's what I would.
Okay, and the elementary school winners. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get your picture yet. Oh gosh, I lost my paper. Great. Elementary, where did it go? I lost it. Oh, and elementary winners are Tyler Weinstein, first place, Madison Roberts, second place, and Malayla Mutah, third place.
You notice it's all girls who won.
Oh, I know.
I'm not going to question.
There you go.
And if y'all will go out in the hall, Mr. Wyatt will give you your money. Thank y'all so much. And now for the cleanest schools. This was kind of hard to do. This was the days that schools were closed because of the bad weather. But nevertheless, we went out thanks to our sheriff furnishing vans and 2 lovely deputies to drive us. It was wonderful. The winner in the high school division is Karen Crow High School. Tina Barnabe is the assistant principal, and Mary Charles is the head custodian.
Stay here.
Right here.
Go ahead. We're going to spank you.
Chairman, did you want to go on behalf of Karen Crow School?
Or we can say the check's in the mail.
Oh, I'll be glad to take the check.
And for middle school, it was Lafayette Middle, Allison Elkubi is the principal, Roland Moore is the assistant principal, and Michelle LeBlanc is the assistant principal. Are they here?
Oh, Allison's here.
You don't get a certificate, you just get money.
We'll
So
take
go out in
that.
the hall, go out in the hall, yeah. And then the elementary school winner, surprise, surprise, Woodville Elementary. Monique Vitos was the principal. Thank you, council, and thank you for your interest in this project. Keep our city clean. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Congratulations, Monique. All right, Chairman, now that's it. With an hour to go before the first pitch of the Raging Cajuns LSU game.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I see on your list you have CDBG grant update. Is that still part of your report tonight? We could do it on another night if we need to.
Yes, it is. I was supposed to announce that the next meeting, the public hearing having to do with the CDBG grant money is going to be Monday, April 4th at 5:15 p.m. at the Greenhouse Senior Center, 110 Northeast Evangeline Thruway. So we encourage folks to go there to give their input. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That concludes the Mayor President's report. We're going to move right into reports and/or discussions. This is a public hearing. The blue sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 5-minute rule will be in effect. Jeremy, can you read, please?
Update on the Lafayette Regional Airport Terminal Project.
Thank you, Jeremy. Miss Cook. This is yours, Ms. Cook.
Yes, I want to thank Mr. Gilbo and Mr. Piku for coming tonight. They're going to give us a little update of what they've been up to, and they've been working extremely hard. They've been very busy, so thank you all very much for coming tonight and kind of keeping us updated on things.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ms. Cook, for setting up the meeting and the staff. And obviously, the city parish president knows how to do a timeline for presentation. We're going to try to keep it short. Thank you for the invitation, and I know all of the council people except Mr. Lewis, but I happened to, he was in a meeting with us this past week. We got to know each other, and I know Ms. Eber and I corresponded on email. Ms. Cook has been trailing me since she ran. She's keeping update. So we thank you all for giving us the permission to do this. Just a comment before I start, Mr. Nakan, we're going to try to flood I-10 so you can use the Fly Lafayette more often. I know that, that's why I'm saying it. We're going to flood it again so you can fly again.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll start it with, I guess, the political side of it, sales tax, and I'll bring it to a point, and our director, Mr. Piku, is going to have a short PowerPoint presentation. As you all know, well, before I start, we are a 7-member commission. 5 are appointed by you, the council, and 1 by mayor president, and 1 by the 5 area mayors, has a 1/5 vote on all of them. And tonight, Ms. Garrett is appointed by the city council. She's here tonight. And Mr. John Hebert is the area mayor appointee. I'm a city council appointee parish-wide. On the sales tax, y'all were very generous in permitting us to go to the people for the vote. We marketed the sales tax real hard. We had about 42 presentations. If there was only one person, we'd speak to them and do the deal with it. One thing I can tell you, the hardest thing was to overcome is the trust of government, and I know y'all all know it. So with that said, and us collecting the tax, which was gross $32.8 million, we netted $32.678 million, which is after the school board takes their fee off. We're still collecting a little dribble every month, and Ms. Ashley tells me with the school board that we'll probably do that for a few months. because the late payers are doing continuous audits. And I think last month it was even 23,000. So if we get a little dribble more, it'll do. That money will be used to construct an airport terminal and the infrastructure. The infrastructure is going to consist of aprons on the secured side, which we need to do to park the planes, any relocations of streets, terminal proper, and we'll do some additional parking, be it land or a parking structure garage. We're going to look at all aspects of it to make sure we do the right thing. We are not planning to phase any of that work right now because we think we have our financing pretty well in good shape. We did the 32 million, 32.8. We've got 13.5 committed from the state, thanks to then President Robideau. He led the fight on it. We do know it's going to be a struggle to keep it in there, but I think we're lining up for that. We do have 1.2 million cash that was given to us this year. That's going to use to pay the A&E firm, the design firm. So we're pretty well structured to start. The next thing, federal funds. We've extended the olive branch to the federal government. No commitment yet, but when we told them we had 32.8 million, they said, boy, y'all got a golden goose in the bag because everybody comes for 100% financing. We got 32.8 million ahead of them. So I think we're going to be in good shape on that part of it. Some 4 years ago, we finished paying the indebtedness on bond for the PHI national headquarters that's located on the airport campus. We were paying about $700,000 a year on that bond payment. When we got through paying the bond, I led the charge to put that $700,000 in a restricted account, and we didn't know we were going for the sales tax at the time, so we could pay some of the terminal when it would come up. We knew we needed it, and we wanted to make sure we had some monies to start. We were fortunate enough that every year we add whatever it takes to make it $1 million a year. So it's been 4 years. We got $4+ million in restricted funding to be used for the airport. Possible funding would be bonds. The finance advisor about 3 years ago did some work for us and told us that we could bond $25–30 million with no problem whatsoever. And that's before, and we don't want to bond our whole capacity because we need some operation money. And that's before we moving FedEx and UPS to the south end of the airport. We're building the buildings right now. Mr. Piku is going to cover that. And that's going to be some pretty good leases. They're all on food stamp right now, but I think we'll convince them to engage and sign the lease. So these are the things that we got going. We are selecting the A&E architect and engineering contract and a PMCM firm. We're having 6 special meetings, maximum 2 hours a meeting this week. We're going to choose both firms next Wednesday at 5:30. We're going to have 4 of them leaving disappointed, but I can tell you that we got 6 top-notch firms, 3 for the architectural side, and that involves work for a period of 3 to 5 years. It's not just for the terminal. So we got to be pretty selective that when the terminal's built, it still can do the engineering on the field for us. So we got to weigh all the angles of it. In reviewing the A&E, I can tell you, we had a committee of 5. We had 8 applicants. We whittled them to 4. We got 3. And myself, I spent at least 50 hours just reviewing those packets, which were about 1.5 inches thick. And it was an education lesson for me, and I enjoyed doing it for the taxpayers of Lafayette Parish. Our goal is that we'll have both firms on contract or agreement by June 1st. That will not be the terminal design agreement, it'll be the overall agreement with them. So possibly, I would think, hopefully by July, we'll have the architectural firm on board with us. Next thing before I leave, I'd like to thank the taxpayers of Lafayette Parish for giving us this opportunity to do this. I think if we can handle this $90 million in a very productive and keep the faith of the taxpayers, I know we're getting national acclaim in magazines for the way we handle the sales tax, and it's not just us, because you all gave us permission to go to the taxpayers to do it. You all saw the wisdom in it. And again, I want to thank Mayor President. All along, he has helped us. We're building some cargo buildings, and he'll give it the amount, but this was capital outlay money Mr. Robichaud was able to get. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for their cooperation. We're an open book. We'll be open for questions after. And like my IT guy told me a year ago, my computer hard drive was full. He said, we can install you an external hard drive, so I brought the external tonight to do a presentation.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gilbo. Thank you for inviting us tonight, and we appreciate it. Since you set us a time limit, we're done. If you want to go watch the game, so no, thank you so much. Mr. Gilbo is going to be my automatic slide presenter, maybe. So, just a quick presentation, next slide. All right, just our topics of discussion will be our airport snapshot and some of our current projects. Mr. Gilbo's kind of going into the terminal project, and so we're going to go into terminal, but then we'll hit some of the other projects. No. Is that better? Okay. Okay, next. So airport snapshot, here we go. As Mr. Gilbo already hit on this, this is our commissioners. He's already taken that for me, so he did the introductions. Next slide. We're going to move through this quickly. Here's our operating budget. Inside of it, you see that the main lines I want you to see is the income total, which is about $10 million, and the expenses about $9 million. It leaves us about $1.2 million. That allows us to work on available for future projects. That's funding that's available for us for things like the terminal. This is not all going to be financed with the taxpayers, the 1 cent initiative. This is also coming out of our operating. So some fiduciary planning on our part and not spending everything that we have coming in the door. So that's what the main gist of this slide is. This packet is also in front of you for easy reference. Excellent. Okay, the economic impact. The lines that I'd like to bring out to you right there is, although Lafayette Airport is the 4th largest airport in the state of Louisiana, it ranks the 2nd in terms of economic impact on the economy. So this is by DOTD, and according to the DOTD report, the Lafayette Airport provides $1.1 billion, that's billion, to local economy and direct and indirect employees. So we are an economic engine into our community. Some of our airline partners, everyone knows this, but American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines are at the airport at this time. Some of the rental cars, we have Avis, Budget, Enterprise, Hertz, National. So people have a good selection of rental cars that are available. This is a unique slide in that it shows our top 25 destinations. You can see it's Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, Denver, Colorado, New York, Atlanta, Orlando, and you can go on from there. And then the percentages of how those broken down. So when we go seeking with an airline, working with an airline about opening up a new market, this is just valuable information. It doesn't behoove us to go after Santa Ana, California, because there's not that many people going there. It's 0.73%. So it just really, this gives us a market of who we should be going after. So Las Vegas, Colorado, things like that. So this is our travelers that are coming out of our airport that live in the Lafayette Airport, and 64.79% of travelers travel out of Lafayette. 21.97%. It's called a leakage study. That's the name they give it. 21.97% of our travelers will go to New Orleans. I call that the Southwest effect because they have Southwest Airlines, and so they go to Southwest and they get out and get direct. We lose about 11.73% to Baton Rouge and 1.49% to Alexandria. So all in all, for our size airport and our geographical area, those are very good numbers. We would like to work on the New Orleans, keeping more of our passengers here in New Orleans than going to New Orleans. But again, I think that's attributed to the Southwest Airlines. So why are we building a new terminal? You can see this graph. It shows that we have projected growth. This comes from the FAA and various studies that are done. So historic growth was 2.9%, and projected average growth till 2040 is 2.7%. So some of our current projects, the terminal, EMAS, which I'll get into the definition of that, and airfield projects. The terminal area study, this is kind of some of the guidelines that we are using with the terminal. Yeah, I don't need to really read those to you, but it's just enhancing passenger experience as they go through the airport. So when Mr. Nankin has to come to the airport, he can get through real quickly, right? There you go, and fly Lafayette. So our plan of action is RFQ. Mr. Gilbo kind of talked about that. That's a request for qualifications. Right now we're in the final stages of it. We're doing one for an architect engineering firm, one for a program management, construction management, and then underneath that is a disadvantaged business enterprise. And if you look on the left-hand side of your brochure, there is a flyer where the airport is doing an outreach to the community for registering DBEs, disadvantaged business enterprise. It's a federal program that we have to do through federal program that we have to do because of federal monies that are involved in the airport. So we have to go through this process. We encourage each one of you to attend. It is unique, and it's a great learning experience for each one of you. So there's a brochure in there for that. So back one. Too fast. Okay, so then the next item, our plan of action, is financing. Mr. Gilbo hit on that too. Federal funds, we're looking for the feds to help us out with this. The state funds, the local funds, a tax initiative, which has already been done, and then the bonds. With this PMCM firm, we really think that we're going to be able to unturn some different stones and rocks that are in the federal level that for expertise and use their expertise. We will try to go after TSA money. We're working for Tiger Grant money right now, and then the feds, the FAA monies is also, we're working with those. So then our design, which will be public charrettes, where we'll have public input for design of this terminal building. I'm not a designer. I built terminals, but I can't put my stamp on them and say that's. But we're going to get some input from the public. We are very sensitive to the public's needs here, and we want to have their input. Doesn't mean that everybody's ideas are going to be incorporated into the terminal, but at least we're going to have some. I guess equal people things that we see or reoccurring themes that people are asking for. And then construction will be in the years follow. Again, Mr. Gilbo talked about this 1 cent, 8-month, one project. We are getting recognition in various periodicals across the nation, reference this, because it hasn't been done before. So it's getting good pats on the backs. People are looking at us. It's as well as the DBE at the state level. The DBE program is really starting to catch momentum, and people are watching how Lafayette's doing. It's always been centralized on New Orleans and how New Orleans does theirs. New Orleans is just a different group of people, makeup, society's just works different there, and no one's really done very much in the DBE outside of New Orleans. Lafayette is starting to gain some traction on that. Here's our airport improvements. It's tiny. Just is for your edification. When you have time, you want to read this, or maybe have a cure for insomnia if you need that. Next slide. So EMAS is the engineer and resting system. That's that big gray product that you're seeing out there at Evangeline. and Surrey and University at that area. Most people think we're extending the runway. EMAS is an engineered material arresting system. It's basically cement. If an aircraft engages it, it stops them before they get on Highway 90. That's about a $5.5 million project. Next slide. This is why you put EMAS in, because in the event that an aircraft went off, they would go down that ravine. And it'd be something like the Little Rock accident that happened years ago when American Airlines went off and nobody knew they'd went off. This is just to show you that's our Highway 90, our Evangeline Thruway. Next slide. This is an engaged EMAS. Every EMAS that's ever been engaged is saved lives. So we don't want to engage ours, but they have about a 10-year shelf life. But they do save lives. They keep aircraft from going off a ravine or into Evangeline Thruway, Highway 90. So some of our other improvements is the taxiway Mike. It's a $4.7 million project. Taxiway Foxtrot's a $6 million project. Our seal coat's about 1.1. Excuse me. Our aprons, as Mr. Gilbo talked about earlier, it's the cargo building that you're seeing. It's a UPS, a FedEx building. They're going to be independent of each other. It's about $5 million. That's going up. That should be opened in, I'm going to say October is what they're telling us, but you know how construction goes. Sometimes it'll be a little longer, but we're moving in that direction. And then North GA Aviation, we took out old asphalt and replaced it with concrete, which is a much more durable product. That was about $2 million. And then our perimeter road was about $3.9 million. And that allows our ARF trucks, our operations trucks, not to get around the airport and not to cross runways. That's a safety issue, so we don't have to commingle with air traffic. And then all these updates, things like this, you can find them on our webpage. We have two websites, lftairport.com, which is our normal website, and then we have the new lftterminal.com, which has all the things that are going on with the A&E and the PMCM, the DBE, all that's listed on there. And then I invite each and every one of you to our commission meeting. It's on the second Wednesday of every month at 5:30. It's on the second floor in the airport terminal. And I just invite you to come and see them. And anytime you want to come for a tour, I've placed my business card in there. Anytime you want to come and take a tour, come see what the projects look like, we'll get you out there. And thanks for flying Lafayette.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions? Now the bad news. When we recruited Mr. Piku, he had Southwest flying in Amarillo. So I told him, if you hired in Lafayette, I'll bill you. If you get Southwest, I'll bill you a statue. I'll pay for you. So there'll be a fundraiser going on when he gets it, so we can build a statue. Thank y'all. Any questions? Thank you again.
Don't see any. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Cook.
That's it. I'm done. Yeah, thank y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to move into ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing. The blue sheets are available for anyone interested in wishing to address the council. The 5-minute rule is in effect. Jeremy, can you read, please?
Ordinance 43, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to reclassify the property of Lucille B. Randall's heirs, LLC, represented by Kathleen Stokely. Case number ZON 2016-2, Lucille B. Randall Heirs, LLC, Republic Avenue, Lake Farm Road, property rezoning, located generally east of Republic Avenue and north of Lake Farm Road from residential mixed to mixed-use neighborhood.
Motion by Ms. Hebert. Second by Ms. Cook. Council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Frank Randall, if needed, if you have questions.
Don't see any questions? Okay. Let's call the roll.
District 1? Yes. 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Oh, yes.
District 4? Yes. District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 44, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to assign a zoning classification to property annexed by Ordinance 241, 2015, case number ZON 2016-3, 1400 block Rue de Bellier annexation located generally east of West Broussard Road, south of Ridge Road, and west of Rue de Bellier.
Motion by Mr. Bellard, second by Mr. Nakam. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
No, sir?
Call the roll, please.
District 2?
Yes.
3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 45, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to assign a zoning classification to property annexed by Ordinance 242, 2015, case number ZON 2016-4, 239 Ridge Road annexation located generally east of Rue de Bellier, south of Ridge Road, and west of Ambassador Caffrey Parkway.
Motion by Mr. Bellard, second by Mr. Nakam. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
Yes, sir.
Call the roll, please.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 46, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to assign a zoning classification to property annexed by Ordinance 243, 2015, case number ZON 2016-5, 300 block Target Loop annexation located generally east of Rue de Bellier, south of Ridge Road, and west of Target Loop.
Motion by Mr. Terrio. Second by Ms. Cook. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
Yes, sir?
Call the roll.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6? District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3? Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 47, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code and the official map of the City of Lafayette, providing for the annexation of additional land into the corporate limits of the City of Lafayette, Louisiana, case number ZON 2016-6, Tesh Gardens annexation located generally north of Chimney Rock Boulevard, west of Vero School Road, and south of Wolf Creek Road, which is located within Lafayette City Parish Council District Number 9 for voting purposes, and assigning zoning classification of residential single-family and mixed-use neighborhood.
Motion by Mr. Terrio, second by Ms. Cook. Mr. Terrio.
Who do we have? I have a quick question on this. Very easy question, sir. Here it designates this as Tesh Gardens annexation, but if you drive by the property, there's a big sign there that says Landon Cove
I saw
subdivision.
the name's being changed.
So that's fine, no problems with the wording here?
None whatsoever. The ordinance applies to this property regardless of what the subdivision is named.
Okay, I'm good, thank you. All right, that's all I have, sir.
Thought they were trying to pull one on you, William. Any more discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
Yes, sir?
Call the roll.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 48, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending the Unified Development Code so as to reclassify the property of Great Crust LLC, case number ZON 2016-7, Great Crust LLC, Arsenal Road property rezoning located generally between Bertrand Drive and Hornsby Road, south of Arsenal Road, from residential single-family to commercial mixed.
Motion by Mr. Boudreaux, second by Mr. Comte. Any council discussion? Seeing none, any blue cards?
We have two speakers, first of which Karen Metcalf.
Karen Metcalf.
Say only if there are questions.
Don't see any questions from Ms. Metcalf. Next.
Mark Lalonde.
Here for the same reason in the event that the council had any questions.
Okay, no questions for Mr. Lalonde? Okay. Let's go ahead and call a roll.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Ordinance 55, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council amending Chapter 89 of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government Code of Ordinances, the Unified Development Code, to address certain practical issues having arisen in the implementation thereof and to correct typographical errors therein.
Motion by Ms. Abear, second by Mr. Nakane. Okay, make an announcement of this. Let's see, there is a proposed amendment to add additional language clarification to sections 2F and 2T and adding sections 2V and 2W, which clarify code sections 89-98F and 89-100G. Amendment details and red line copies are in your council folders. Okay, I need a motion for the amendment. Mr. Terrio makes the motion, and Mr. Conk seconds the amendment. Council discussion. No council discussion. Blue cards. This,
No blue cards.
they don't ask. It's rare. No blue cards?
No, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, Bruce. I have a question.
I have a question.
Mr. Conk.
It was brought to our attention that were some floor amendments to be introduced at this evening's meetings. These are it?
These are it.
Okay.
Done? Yes. Can't, just push done. Okay. Blue cards? None, okay. Let's call a roll on the amendment.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes. Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
Amend is approved.
Call a roll on the ordinance as amended.
District 7? District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
Motion to adopt as amended is approved.
Thank you, Jeremy. We're going to now move into appeals. This is a public hearing. The blue sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. 5-minute rule is in effect. Jeremy, go ahead and read the appeal, please.
Appeal of Planning Commission Action, Acadian Meadows Phase 1 and 2, PC 2015-29.
Okay, Sarah, you going to handle this one? Details in your packet, council members.
Good evening. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Sarah Gary. I'm the PZD Development Manager, and you guys will see me for any and all appeals that we have from the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission, the appeal that's before you tonight is for Acadian Meadows Phases 1 and 2, and they went to the Planning Commission at their February meeting, and they were denied based off of a lack of a second motion. So for Planning Commission rules, policy, and procedure, if you don't get a second, it's an automatic denial. So they were denial. So what they're coming in front of you tonight for is to request preliminary plat approval of a subdivision of 54.19 acres of property into 202 residential lots. Again, because it was denied, the developer appealed that denial up to you guys. I turned in to Veronica actually today, thank you for letting me turn that in late, some amendments. You'll notice that after the meeting, we were able to meet with the developer, and we were requesting a traffic impact analysis be done. But traffic knew what that analysis was going to come back and say, so the developer has agreed to do the intersection improvements at West Broussard Road, and so what we're asking is that the language for condition number 13 be replaced with the language that we have here. So basically what's going to happen that is in lieu of a traffic impact analysis, the developer is going to construct left turn lanes in both the north and southbound lanes on West Broussard at the intersection with Southfield Parkway. Now, the developer is also requesting a couple other things. The first thing is they're requesting a waiver to construct sidewalks along West Broussard Road, and they are also requesting a waiver that Street C be stubbed out to, dedicated and constructed and stubbed out to the western property boundary. And they are also asking to add to condition number 2, or as worked out with or as worked out with LUS. And basically what that is on all lots, we require 10-foot utility easements and niches at all property corners. As you can see that a lot of the lots front on both West Broussard and on the interior street from the subdivision. So what the developer is asking is to just work out so that they can adjust the utility easement and niches as needed, because they're going to be fed from the interior streets utilities versus West Broussard Road. So I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Mr. Bellard.
Yes, Sarah, the waiver for the sidewalks, that's only along West Broussard, that is not within the subdivision, is that correct?
That is correct. Only along West Broussard Road. The developer will be constructing sidewalks within the development.
That's all I have for now.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Lewis?
I'm just questioning, I want to know about why does he want the waiver for the sidewalks on Broussard?
West Broussard currently is an open ditch roadway. So if I had to guess, the expense that's going to come in with actually putting the sidewalks within the right-of-way, because it is open ditch. And to be honest with you, the nearest set of sidewalks is going to be along Rue de Billier, which runs parallel to West Broussard Road. And it's, I'm going to say it's about a half mile up the road.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Terrio?
First, I want to make I guess, Sarah, it's a motion to amend it, like you said, the traffic analysis, the first one?
Well, basically what you're doing is you're
Replacing the verbiage.
You're replacing the verbiage, but you're granting preliminary approval based off of the conditions in the in the staff report, which happens to be conditions 1 through, sorry about this, 1 through 19, and all the plat revisions and other comments. But specifically, what we're asking for is to replace condition number 13 with the amended language, and then, again, he's requesting the 2 waivers, the waiver of sidewalks along West Broussard and the waiver of the street steep being constructed to the western property boundary, and then to add or as worked out with LUS to condition number 2.
Mr. Terrio?
I make a motion for everything she just said.
Hang on one second. Now that we were thoroughly confused. Hang on one second. I want to let in our attorney, Mr. Escott. If you don't mind, sir. Now that we're all confused on what we're looking at here, give us some guidance on where to go from here.
All right.
And how to go about it.
I anticipated perhaps a question, and so I brought the original source that was involved in this process from the beginning, Mr. Becker. You can go to the, Sarah, yeah. And Mr. Becker assures me that he can give you the appropriate guidance to make sure that we get through this properly.
How you doing, Mr. Becker?
I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you all again. What the action to be taken tonight would be a motion to approve the appeal, okay? And in so doing, you would be granting preliminary approval to the subdivision based on the conditions that were contained in the action letter with the following amendments. That condition number 2 in the action letter would have added as additional language or as worked out with LUS. Condition number 13 would be the language that's in your packet, so that the language in condition 13 that's in there currently would be removed, and the following would be inserted in its stead. In lieu of a traffic impact analysis, the developer shall construct dedicated left turn lanes in both directions, north and southbound lanes on West Broussard at Southfield Parkway. Construction plans and details in accordance with LCG standards for turn lanes must be reviewed and approved by the Department of Public Works. And so those would be the two amendments. In addition, the developer has asked that item number 16 be waived, which is the stub out street, and item number 14 be revised to provide that sidewalks along West Broussard Road would be waived. So that would be your motion, the motion to grant the appeal, and in so doing, to grant preliminary plat approval, subject to those conditions we just said.
Somebody hurry up and make that motion. Mr. Terrio makes the motion. Need a second to grant the appeal? Second by Mr. Nakam. Okay, now we're gonna have a little discussion. Please, okay. Mr. Bellard?
Yes, Sarah, will they have to do a drainage analysis?
Yes, a drainage impact analysis is required for this site. So basically, it's going to be a full drainage impact analysis that the engineer will have to do, review, and have Public Works review and approve. It's going to make concessions for any water that comes on them. They have to make concessions for that, making sure that everything within the blue line does not flood anything outside of the blue line.
Okay. And Mr. Chair, it would now be a good time if I have a question for the developer to call him up, or would you like to clear the board and check?
I would like to clear the board before we get the developer up to speak.
Well, I still have LCG up here. On the plat itself, there is a reserved 1 foot strip in between lots 27 and 28. And I guess, Sarah, could you talk about why it's a reserved strip and what could be done so that to the adjacent landowner that has cattle, what we could do to help that person out?
Okay, so what a 1 foot reserve strip means is that in order to cross that, you have to come to our traffic department to basically let them know what you're going to do. Because it's a stub street, because what we want to eventually see is that street connected through the vacant property. To specifically answer your question with the gentleman that has cattle, I know his concern is that the cattle will go into the subdivision. So in speaking with Warren, he said what they could do is some dead-end treatments with signage saying it's a dead end. You know, the big blue sign that says this street is a stub street and to be extended at a later point in time, that type of stuff. If the gentleman who owns the property would like to put a fence and just kind of notch out around the street, he has every right to do that as long as it's on his property and not in the right-of-way.
Okay, so we can put something to at least help a little bit on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll reserve my questions for the developer. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't know the cattle could read, but that's pretty good. Yeah, hit the sign. Ms. Hebert.
My question is for you, Sarah. Hopefully you can answer it. I know that we talked about the sidewalks within the neighborhood remaining. What does the UDC standard require for other newly developed neighborhoods for sidewalks outside of the subdivision?
The UDC is very, very broad. It basically just says that sidewalks are required along all public streets. That's it, period. So anywhere you're going to have a public street, you're going to have to build a sidewalk.
Okay.
And then that's basically what the Planning Commission is for, to use their discretion as to, you know, does it make sense to put the sidewalk here? You know, how does it affect, you know, piping in that ditch to put it in the right of way, that type of stuff.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hebert. I don't see any more questions for Richard or for Sarah. You had a question for the developer, Mr. Bellard? Go ahead, we're ready for the developer now. Mr. Bellard.
Yes, can the developer please come forward?
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Austin. I am the developer of Acadian Meadows subdivision.
Mr. Austin, we spoke about this, and I was wondering if you could just state for the record, between lots 11 through 54, that you would provide, or whoever would be there in your neighborhood covenant, it's a 6-foot fence, excuse me, along the back side of lots 11 through 54.
Yes, sir. Lots 11 through 54, the southern boundary and the western boundary of the subdivision. We are going to put in our subdivision restrictions that builders on these lots will be required to put a 6-foot privacy fence to protect the property adjacent to them.
Okay, and for the council, that's just because there's cattle there, and just for any liability issues, that was one of the things that a constituent had asked. Thank you, and that's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Is there any more questions for the developer? Mr. Terrio? Okay.
Mr. Austin, just one quick question in right field here. I see your development here. There was no request for any kind of retention ponds anywhere in the area?
Yes, we do have a retention pond. The outlined blue area to the north and west, where there are no lots, we have a retention pond in that area.
Okay, so that's where the retention pond would be in the
That's correct.
Okay, got you.
And
Good.
also to address the drainage issue, we have talked with Public Works. There is a problem in the public right-of-way on West Broussard with drainage. And we feel that we can assist in that area by bringing some of the public water into the subdivision into our retention pond. So we're going to assist in trying to help some of the drainage problems in that area.
Okay, very good. It looks like there's a drainage lateral that goes across that back end right there where your retention pond's going to be.
Yes, that's part of the Illicon.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Austin, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Terrio. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Just a question of clarification. If I understand the motion, are we being granted the 2 other waivers that we've asked for in that motion?
The motion, the current motion on the floor is the motion to grant the appeal with the, based, and the action letter as amended by Mr. Becker.
That's correct, which would include the waiver of the sidewalks along West Broussard and adding the LUS language and the waiver of the stub-out street.
Stub-out street.
Thank you. Yes, it's all covered. Everything should be covered. Okay? Any more questions from anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Austin. Appreciate it. Okay. No more council discussion. We have any blue cards?
Carrie Seymour?
Carrie Simo?
Okay.
Pass.
And Mr. Bob Austin had signed in, but, okay.
Mr. Austin has spoken. Okay. No more blue cards. We have the motion. We have a motion by Mr. Terry and a second by Mr. Nakane. Let's go ahead and vote, please.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
Motion to grant the appeal, granting preliminary plat approval as per action letter with amended condition changes is approved.
That was a mouthful, huh, Jeremy? Thank you. Okay, we move to introductory ordinances. One second. Mr. Boudreaux has something he wants to say. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I offer my apologies. It's actually a late announcement. I'm going through some of my notes as we conduct this meeting. There's been a lot of media coverage about the Easter holiday schedule for garbage and recycling pickup, and I just wanted to remind our residents that on this day, you are also allowed content outside the can. This is one of our holiday pickups for excessive boxes, gifts, or things that do not fit in your can. We certainly ask for the purpose of our contractor that you bag that activity, that product, but this is one of the holidays where contents outside of the can will be serviced, and want to make sure people take advantage of that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Jeremy, we're going to introductory ordinances. Go ahead and read the introductory ordinance, please.
Ordinance 66, 2016, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council providing for the collection and disposal of solid waste in the city and parish of Lafayette by authorizing a contract with BFI Waste Services LLC for recycling services in the city of Lafayette, and by amending contract number 500-8-87 providing for the collection and disposal of residential solid waste for the purposes of extending the term of the contract and adjusting the method of calculating modifications to rates.
Motion by Mr. Cox, second by Mr. Boudreaux. Any council discussion? Seeing none. Any blue cards?
No, sir.
Let's call a roll.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2? District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Oh, yes. I said yes.
Reduced is approved.
Okay. No further business. This meeting is adjourned.
Mr. Cap.